Ready, Laura?
Ready to go. All right, Cam Buford.
Well, first of all,
Yeah.
I thought we moved the ball up and down the field. We rushed the ball well. I thought our quarterback completed enough passes, but you cannot win in this league when you turn the ball over 3 times. And that's on me. I got to do a better job of teaching this team how to win. Because in this league, you give yourself about a 10% chance of winning when you turn it over 3 times and you don't take any of them away. So that was disappointing in the first half. I thought they fought hard. That last drive, young quarterback on the 1-yard line, no timeouts, gave us a chance to win the football game. Just trying to take some positives from this if you can. That was impressive. But other than that, I got to do a better job. The coaches got to do a better job putting this team in position of winning and eliminating the stupid and the turnovers.
All right, now we'll kick it off, Cam.
Hey, Coach, was there anything that you liked today?
Well, I just mentioned, that last drive, I thought that was nice. I thought the young quarterback did a good job with no timeouts, taking his team down the field, giving them a chance to win the football game.
How was that hook and ladder play? Was that something that you guys have practiced and it looked well in practice?
Yes, it is something we practice. You practice that play every week just in case it come up, and it came up. And I'm not sure how well the toss was, but we did not execute the play. I thought it was there. I thought if he had caught the ball, he might have scored.
Hey, Coach, would you help us understand your decision-making to challenge play calls during the game? Are you using help from the booth, or are you doing that on your own? Can you help us understand that a little bit?
Yes, I have a guy in the booth, and I only challenged one earlier. It was a scoring play, and first half, it was a timeout. But if that play had happened later in the game, maybe I would not have challenged it. But at that point in time, I wanted to get that ball. I didn't want it there inside the 5. So we lost that one. That's the way it goes sometimes.
Thanks, Coach.
Sure.
Fernando.
Anthony, are you disappointed with the lack of pass rush in today's game? It seemed like Bridgewater was just standing back there and letting it rip the whole game.
Well, I thought the pass rush was getting there early. Late, you're right. There was little pass rush late, but they were keeping him in the pocket. There was an emphasis on keeping that quarterback in the pocket and not giving him running lanes like we gave Patrick last week, because Bridgewater shown last week that he would take off and run with it. So it's a balance there between putting pressure on him and keeping him in the pocket, but I thought it could have been better late for sure.
Do you feel like that goes in hand with you guys not being able to create turnovers for the second week in a row?
Well, I mean, yeah, I would like to have some turnovers. Yeah, we have to do a better job of creating turnovers. We may have to get a little more aggressive with our calls, but our players also have to be a little more aware of when they can get those turnovers. I thought we had our hands on one today, and we dropped it.
Do you feel like Mike Williams' injury is serious, or have you not been told anything?
I have no idea. I heard it was a hamstring, but I have no idea how serious.
Thank you, Anthony.
Yeah.
Rashawn.
Hey, Coach. What were the Panthers doing to kind of create some of those turnovers early? It looked like Justin may have been under a little bit more duress today than he was last week.
Yeah, we knew they was going to bring more pressure. They was getting criticized a lot for lack of pressure, and they hadn't made it to the quarterback. So we were expecting them to bring pressure. They beat us early around the edge, and we gave up a turnover there. Ball got knocked out of Justin's hand. So they sacked us a couple of times. But I thought for the most part we got the ball out on time, and we handled the pressure well.
Defensively, your guys were able to hold them to some field goals on some short fields earlier in this game to continue to give you guys a chance. When you have a rookie quarterback like that, is there an extra message to the defense in terms of, maybe being able to hold on, maybe being able to sustain, just in case there are, some of those mistakes?
Oh, there was only one drive I was really disappointed in. It was just the one when they went back on the field after Jerry Tillery was called for illegal formation, which was stupid. Okay. Very first play, we gave up a touchdown. Now, that was a little bit of a letdown. Our defense has always defended every single inch. Okay. And I thought they did that throughout that game. They held those guys to field goals instead of touchdowns. They kept the offense in the game. And so overall, I thought they played their tails off for keeping those guys out of the end zone because they were put in some tough situations earlier.
And then how much did the fact that the Panthers had film on Justin, how much do you think that played a role or a difference today as opposed to last week, Kansas City not seeing him at all on film?
I'm not sure. if it played that much of a role or not. Like I said, young man completed 73% of his balls. I thought he threw it pretty well today. Had a few drops, as a matter of fact. So I was not disappointed with his performance. I love to take the interception back, but other than that, I thought he was fine.
Thank you.
Sure.
Jeff Miller.
Anthony, on Justin's interception there, was that a bad read? Did you just try to do too much at that point of the game? Or?
It was a couple of times he tried to force the ball. The guy has a strong arm, and sometimes young quarterbacks, they make that mistake, just trying to force the ball. We're very fortunate on another time. I think Trey Boston dropped one, but it was just a case of forcing the football.
And then that was obviously a pretty significant turnaround. You're going in, looks like for points. They end up getting points at the field goal. How big of a swing was that right before the half?
I think every turnover was a big swing for us. I thought we were going to score on all those drives. So, I mean, that was definitely huge. Yeah, they got points out of that turnover, and we didn't. But all those turnovers could have made a difference in this game. And
then, Anthony, you said the penalty on Jerry, you said stupid. Is it the call was stupid? The alignment was – did Jerry mess up, or what happened there?
Well, they said we were lined up over the center. We know, we practice it every day. We cannot line up any part of our shoulder pad or shoulders over the center, okay? And they called them for it. Usually you get a warning. They go up, the official go up and they'll warn you, hey, you're a little tight. This time they didn't. It's just threw the flag and for whatever reason. But it was unfortunate.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Popper.
Hey, Anthony, did you get an explanation from the officials on that overturned punt call towards the end that moved the ball, obviously, from the 20 inside the 1? Did you get an explanation there?
Well, they felt like he had possession of the ball for 2 steps, and so I'm not sure how good of a call that was, to be honest with you. We saw it the other way, but, I mean, that's what they said.
And that fourth quarter touchdown drive, you guys took almost or over 6 minutes off the clock. Do you wish you maybe moved the ball with a little more urgency there, considering you guys were down 2 possessions at that point? Was that something that you were hoping for?
Would definitely like to have pushed the ball down the field a little sooner, but those guys they knew we were down 2, so they was playing deep, and the quarterback was having to check it down. And so yeah, but that whole operation, I would love to push the ball down the field if we could have.
Is that just something with Justin as a young rookie quarterback, something that maybe he has to learn just as far as, operating a little quicker in that situation?
Yes. And some of those plays, in those situations, we give him the liberty to call. You just got to get him in the hole and get those plays called quicker. But for the most part, I thought he handled the situation okay.
And then late in the game, before the 2-minute warning, you opted not to use a timeout there, after the first down play where Teddy had that zone read keeper. Did you feel like either way you were going to get to the 2-minute warning after that second down play? And
absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Yes, there's no reason to burn that timeout right there. So, yes.
Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you, Coach. We should have Justin coming up.